You know, Steve Kerr says, look, your responsibility is at the defensive end. You know, if you find shots, that's a plus for us.
Missed by Paul George.
Unbelievable footwork, but you give him the ball underneath. Nice steal here by Paul George.
Beautiful.
Zubac can score with the best of them as Draymond Green picks up the foul.
Franchise history, but to get there, Reggie, they were down in the first couple series. No wins and 2 losses, and there's a nice fadeaway by George and a sweet stroke by Steph Curry, who last year led the NBA in scoring at over 32 points a game. There's a foul as George climbs on Draymond Green. Little screen by Looney. Poole. Average over 22 in the preseason. 3 Wiggins. No, he hit his first 3. Here comes George out of the blocks and off to the races and silky smooth. Got the Zubac screen and slithers in and got it to go. Paul George.
For the Warriors, 5 of 7 from downtown for Golden State.
It's Kennard. Screen roll and that easy floater inside for the Dookie. Puts it up and through.
And that should be a 4.
Yep, he's got a couple threes. Open lane for George, and he'll go right in for the deuce. Has the last 8 points for the Warriors. 8 points in 52 seconds and 18 for the game. Pickpocketed. George lost it, and Curry will finish, and he's got 20. George will take it in. A thicket of defenders awaits. Porter tried to get a finger on it. Picked up by Iguodala. 12-0 run. Golden State, all by Curry. Here's George, 3 of 6. Inside,
Nice
and Winslow gets it to go. They did not lose a game. And they look good. George lost the ball. Curry the other way. Defensively, Golden State is, and in the zone shooting, and probably going to extend that now to Paul George.
That's how the modern day NBA is played right now.
George, Bledsoe with a fake into Toscano. Anderson goes up, got the 2, send him to the line, book it.
10 of 10 from the field.
Has not missed. Wow. 27 points on 10 shots. Pickpocketed Iguodala. Oh, Andre Iguodala. Here comes Kennard.
Great hustle there by Bledsoe.
George, a 3. Wiggins tries to close, and Bielitsa's got the ball.
The game is starting to slow down to him. His best years, I think the next 3 or 4 years are going to be unbelievable for Curry as PG-13 knocks down an 18-footer.
Second stint with LA, but his debut this season and kept it alive. They got the defense and George the other way.
Nice job. Bledsoe has been all over the place defensively. Back-to-back.
That's a 3. 2.5 in the half. Wiggins defended by Jackson. George the rebound. George inside. Well, he found it, and he was physical, and he's ticked off, and he just got teed up by Zach Zarba. George inside. Well, he found it, and he was physical, and he's ticked off, and he just got teed up by Zach Zarba.
That and try to score, it's going to make those passes to those guys a little bit simpler when the defense has to play you to be able to score down there.
Green at the line. Foul.
I was ordering a steak. Yes, I was.
George on the fly and a 3. Paul George.
He's starting, right?
19. Jackson got that 2-year, $22 million contract with his performance in the playoffs. George 3 down and got it. And Wiggins was right there.
16-1 run for the Clippers here.
22 for George for the game. Paul George 16 in the second quarter. And driving hard inside Lee, who lost his footing.
Kevon Looney.
George ignited the comeback, 13 points in the last 3:55 of the second, but a turnover here and a dunk by Wiggins.
Wiggins may have gotten that block from behind. Led this team in blocks a season ago.
Wiggins 3. Paul George has got it.
Stephen Curry to start that second quarter when he came back in kind of shut him down a little bit. Let's give Terrence Mann a lot of credit defensively.
Whirling around, nice feed. Curry, Poole quickly double and whacked. Looney is the one that got hit, and he's back on D in the middle patrolling, and here comes Bledsoe. Zubac's a couple screens, and George will fire. Rebound by Kevon Looney. Bledsoe. Here comes George right into Looney. He'll bounce off him and miss the fadeaway. It was the 9th time in their last 10 years. They beat Dallas. They took care of Utah. They lost to Phoenix. Played 8 of those games in those playoffs without Kawhi Leonard. But he was number 3 in the league in steals, and he was back to his rightful place, as he says, as a first team. All Bledsoe's played well with 18. Zubac's a screen, and here comes George taking it in hard. Zubac was attacking. Bodies are on the floor. Here comes Curry for a rebound. He's collected 5. They had a triple-double in L.A., and that's a turnover. Another one. 6 now by Curry, and a slam on the transition the other way by Paul George. Lane by Winslow.
Bielitsa has to shoot that 3.
George 3. Curry in there, fights with man, loose, vacuumed in by Iguodala. Damian Lee mic'd up tonight here in San Francisco. Poole 3, got it from Green. Rebound by George. He's got 26 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, and here comes Paul George. This is over Iguodala, and the 3 is no good, and the rebound is corralled by Green. Morris got it off. George foul Green.
Stephen Curry here.
George across the lane and hits the deck and can't get the short shot to fall. Weaving the other way. The bump into George. The feed to Poole.
Offense is really struggling.
Oh, look at the drive and then knocked away beautifully inside by Bledsoe, who played it perfectly. Curry to Green. Back to Curry. 3. No. Rebound by George, and here comes Bledsoe. Back to George. Jackson free to fire from 3. Bullseye. Reggie Jackson.
Going to settle for that 3.
37 for Curry. Inside man, and he puts it through, and George with a well-timed pass. Warriors shooting 51%. They've been about 50% the entire game. Shot clock at 2. They find Wiggins crossing the lane. George the rebound. And a lead of the 1 point for the Golden State Warriors. It's inside. Bledsoe erases that with a nice drive as he floats for 2. Oh, now they got him in a straitjacket.
They have no timeouts.
A 3 for the lead. No, by Paul George.
Gotta go quick here if you're the Clippers.
George 3. Good.
That's huge.
Woo. 1 point game, 5 seconds to go.